Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa and I have another chatty video for you today. So go grab yourself a coffee and come and sit with me and have a chat. I did intend on having a process video up for you. I filmed a video I was really pleased with, but when I was editing it, it has my husband's mobile number written on a receipt and is over half the video, and I just cannot work on fixing it. So I've had to scrap that idea, and instead you've got this chatty video that was actually planned for Thursday. I will try and get another process video up for Thursday. I have a photo sat on the side of a story I want to tell, which is about a pair of Speedos, and it's a funny story and it needs to be in my Orlando trip journal. So that is the plan. Fingers crossed for later in the week. So let's talk journaling supplies. This is something I've been wanting to speak to you about. Just almost like chatting about what do you need when you first start journaling, because that's another question that I get asked loads. If you're completely new, what do you need? So what kind of journaling do you actually want to start doing? Do you want to start doing like daily journaling, just like writing thoughts down, sort of first thing in the morning, last thing at night? Do you want to start doing more of your tracking, your bullet journaling, whether you want to like start making notes of movies you're watching, goals that you'd like to achieve, what you're eating, dreaming, sleeping, that kind of thing? Or do you want to start doing more like kind of creative journaling? So there's lots of different types. So before you start, maybe have a think. If you're completely new to it, just head out and buy yourself a basic journal. This is a dotted journal. It's just £8.99 on Amazon. The paper is really nice and thick. I'll leave a link below. They come in loads of different colours. It's a really soft touch, which I like. And I made a mistake well, this page I've even used watercolours and it's been fine. I made a mistake this morning. This is how thick the pages are. And I actually went over in a paint pen, in a Posca pen, and it didn't even go through. They're really sturdy pages. I like a dotted page because it's easier to draw lines. I started doing mine this morning. I did start off with a plain, and I soon changed to a dotted journal. But this is a really nice basic one to start with, and you can, like I say, do all your tracking and that kind of thing. You can draw in it, doodle in it. You can also buy kind of like prepared journals. I got sent this one. It's a beautiful journal. The Way of the Tortoise, a journal to happiness. This is so beautiful, and I've been meaning to give this a go, and I think I might actually start today. Being the first of the month, I think this will be a really good one. And the journal is something that you work on. It's not something that you just start writing in. It helps you, it's almost like a lifestyle change, and just getting you kind of thinking, changing habits. The meaning, The Way of the Tortoise, it's a slow process. It's not something with like a click of your finger and suddenly your life is changed and you're happy. It's something that you need to work on. It's a mindset change, and there's so much in here. It's a really beautiful journal. It's got like, it's even got like nutrition suggestions. There's recipes in here, but then there's things for you to fill out each day. So if you're kind of thinking, oh, I don't really know. I know I want to journal. It's good for my mental health, but I don't quite know where to start. It's even got like weekly reflections. This is a really good journal to start with. Today will be great because I will make a difference to others today. Just really nice. It's a really lovely journal, and it feels really beautiful as well. So I'll link up that one below as well. Then you can always just go out and buy yourself a notepad. This is from Tiger. I think it cost me £2. It has plain pages inside, but I've turned mine into an art journal and a bit of a junk journal, and I've just been creating in it. If you want to see how that was set up, I'll leave that video below for you, but you don't obviously need to get creative in it in that way. You can just use the plain pages, so you can pick yourself up something really cheap as well. Then we move on to the more creative journaling. Now, if you're kind of like feeling, oh, so many different types of journals, I did a video about this last week, and I'll link that up below for you as well. And I talk about all the different types of journaling that there are, or that I do and I enjoy, and that might be a bit more helpful for you. I don't want to repeat myself because I'm sure most people would have watched that video already. This is it's called a notebook, a traveler's notebook, also known as a TN, short for traveler's notebook, and they come in different sizes. This is the standard size, which I really like, and they start off really thin, and then the idea is that you decorate them. These are brilliant for memory keeping journaling, which is my favorite. You don't have to get really fancy. Here's just one little photo here, bit of paper, bit of sticky, little tab I've stuck on, and then we're journaling, and that's it. So it doesn't have to get super fancy, but I like, even if I'm not memory keeping and I'm just journaling, I like to add a little photo. So this was actually, I was just reading back, this was actually about feeling unhappy about unpacking, coming back from Florida, but then I felt really happy because we were unpacking all our nice things we'd just bought, and I added to my utensil collection, so I added a photo. So I just like to add photos to my journals. It's just the thing that I like to do, but you don't have to do that. We'll be coming to photos in just a moment. But be warned, those journals also turn into super chunky journals. This is also the same kind of traveler's notebook that I just showed you, but I have filled it with loads and loads of trip memories. This was a road trip, 2018, starting in Atlanta, and we did, I think, 4 or 5 states that trip. So there's lots in here, but this is what I like doing. This is my favorite type of journaling, the memory keeping. And I love creative journaling. I love sticking bits and pieces in, making it really colourful. I love different textures. I like adding ribbons, just so many different things. It just makes them really, really fun, and they're so nice to flip through afterwards as well. And that's also then when you can add like receipts, you can add memorabilia, leaflets, that kind of thing, postcards. It makes a journal really, really fun. So we've covered journals. Next, let's talk about pens. I think anyone that loves journaling loves stationery as well. Tell me if I'm wrong, but do you love stationery as well? Was one of the highlights of your year going back to school and having to go and choose a new pencil case, new pens, pencils? It was just the best thing ever, and if you got really lucky, you're allowed a sheet of stickers as well. So pens, you need a pen that you feel really happy writing with. This, I think, is always my go-to pen. It's a uni ball black pen. It's my favorite. However, recently I've also found some other black pens which I really like as well, and I tend to find that I use different pens depending on what I'm writing, what I'm using them for. These Muji pens are really fine. They're really, really good and really handy if you've got to like write in a small space, especially sometimes when you're bullet journaling, you just need something really, really fine. These are brilliant for that. I love my little Webster's Pages pouch. It's really handy and you can fit quite a lot on there. I really like it when I'm going on a plane because things don't fall out, but I can leave it open and I can see exactly what I've got. You also could do with highlighters. I love pastels. They're my favorites. Good pencil, and maybe invest in a really nice set of pens. I like dual tip pens. They're really handy. You've got a nice thick nib one side and a thin the other. And then you could always use a set of pencils, watercolor pencils, watercolors, whatever you fancy doing. I also recommend a nice pair of scissors and adhesive. I like using double-sided sticky tape. You can just roll it on. It's really easy, and quite often you can reposition it. I quite often change my mind when I'm journaling and I want to just reposition a photo or a piece of paper or something, and this is really handy. I've got a really great big Atg gun that I use, but I use it every single day. These are really handy when you're on the go or if you're not actually using them quite so much. A lot of the Diddy ones though, they're not, you can't get the refills, which is a bit of a pain, whereas my big gun I've actually owned for about 15 years now, and it just keeps going, and I buy the refillable tape then. Washi tape is another thing that all journalers love. You can buy it in different sizes and it has really cute prints. You can buy all different colors, and the nice thing with washi, it's a paper tape, so you can tear it, which is really cool because you don't always need a pair of scissors, and I really like that torn look. I think it's really cute. You can use it to make little flip pages in your book. So here I've ran some tape down along the side of this little envelope and also on the inside, and then that way I can open it out. I've got a cute little pocket, but the page also flips, which gives me extra space for extra photos and journaling. And they come in different lengths as well. This one is a thin one. but you can buy them in all colours and sizes. I also like having a stapler to hand. I love stapling bits and pieces into my journal as well, so that's always handy. And I like having different coloured staples as well. I buy them on Amazon. I've got loads of different colours, and then I just change out the staples depending on what kind of colour theme I'm going with, and then it matches my page. I get asked quite a lot about how I print photos off small for my journal. I generally print on my large printer, and I do like a collage of prints, or I might do 2 per page depending on what size I want, but I can print the exact size that I want. But I do also have a handheld sprocket printer, which I love, and it prints these Diddy photos. You don't need ink cartridges. The ink is actually within the paper, and they're sticky backed as well, so you can stick them straight onto your page, which is fab. There. Works with an app on your phone, and it's really, really easy and very quick to use. Then we move on to all the extra bits. Stickers. Who doesn't love stickers? Stickers are so much fun, especially in journals. They're quick and easy. They can decorate a page. They can be perfect to add a little bit of extra journaling. I really recommend using stickers. No matter what type of journaling you do, they're really, really handy. Stencils are also really popular. This one is a banner stencil. Brilliant to just doodle around with your pen. You can colour them in, you can paint them, you can ink them. There's loads of different ways to use stencils. You can buy alphabet stencils, you can buy decorative stencils. Really, really handy. And then we come to stamps. You can buy either like the wooden block stamps, which are really handy and ready to use. And you just need an ink pad that you press them into. You also get clear stamps as well, and these ones you peel off, and you need an acrylic block to put them on. I've got one on here, and again you then pop them into the ink and press them on your page, so they're really good to use. And what I like about these, although stickers are brilliant, they're a one-time use. With a stencil and a stamp you can use them over and over again. Although the initial cost is a little bit more, you've got them if you look after them for life. You've got loads and loads of uses from them. And again, with stamps, you can colour them in, you can doodle over them, you can actually stamp them onto patterned paper. So there's loads of different ways that you can use them. But that's it. That's my basic journaling kit. What I would also recommend for beginners to start with, you obviously don't need to go into stamps and stencils, but they're really fun to use, and I recommend if you're going to give it a go to maybe start investing in other bits and pieces and have fun with it. I do also have like a basic, what I call journaling on the go bag. I keep a little tote bag on my door of my studio, and it's got my basic supplies in, so that if ever I'm heading out the door and I want to take something with me, if we're going away overnight, if we're going to friends, if I want to journal in the garden, in the park, or sometimes it's just going into another room. I don't always want to journal in my studio, and sometimes I want to be creative in the lounge, in front of the TV in the evening when I'm with my husband. So I grab that bag, it's got everything I need in it, and I go and move into a different room. I did do a video in the summer about what I keep in that bag. It's even less than what I've got here, and I will share that video with you. I'll leave the link down below. But let me know, what is your 1 or 2 items for journaling that you can't live without? What would be the 2 items that you would recommend to anyone starting up that they should go and invest in? Aside from journals, I think mine would be a nice black pen and watercolors. I think I could just live with a nice journal, black pen and watercolors, and I'd be happy. But let me know, what is your 1 item or 2 items that you couldn't live without? And any journaling tips that you have for beginners would be highly appreciated. Leave them in the comments please down below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you, bye.